Welcome to Brain Vision.
For this problem, we are looking at an individual, Maya's, consumption of coffee and croissants, and what happens when there is an early frost in Brazil that is going to increase the price of coffee. So to start, we're just going to draw a regular budget curve. And since this is going to be changing a bunch, I'm going to call that budget curve 1. I'm going to put coffee down here. And I'm going to put croissants on the other axis. And this is going to represent the quantities of both. Ooh, that's an ugly croissant, but croissants are always good, so we're going to ignore it for now. Okay, so starting out here, we have the original amount of croissants and coffee that are going to be purchasable given the current prices. And so whenever the price of coffee goes up, it's going to decrease the total amount of coffee that we can buy. So it is going to be kind of rotating our curve to this new amount. So you'll note that the croissants, the number of croissants we can buy stayed the same, the amount of coffee that we can buy decreased, and so here is our new budget curve. Budget curve 2. And let me tidy that up. Okay. And so if we are assuming that the substitution effect outweighs the income effect, then what we're going to see, and let me actually go ahead and put an indifference curve here for our optimal amount. That's our indifference curve, original or indifference curve 1. And that would just be the point at which we are happiest, where each point is equal in utility or happiness, is going to be where that indifference curve is intersecting the budget curve. Because if we shifted that down, or if we tried to get more croissants or more coffee, so if we tried to get more croissants, then we would be somewhere like over here. You'll notice that if I had another indifference curve, like right over here, that this one is actually out past that one, and that's why we generally think of it usually kind of being in the middle there. But so if our budget constraint changed and the substitution effect is greater than the income effect, then what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be consuming more croissants than we are coffee. So we're not going to consume them in the same proportions. So our indifference curve would kind of mostly just shift to the left there. And that's going to be indifference curve 2. However, if the income effect outweighed the substitution effect, then we're likely to just be shifting kind of straight down towards the origin down here. And so instead, we would have an indifference curve that looks more like that. And there's indifference curve 3. And that's it. Pretty simple.